EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun at State Farm Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And this one is underway here on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Now remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Throwing, Winston. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Going nickel, an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Jameis to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. For these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11, and it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
A first down carry for Henry. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope he'll recover.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. Tannehill going to turn and give this to Henry. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tannehill. Brown with a stick skills. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On first down, it's Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. This will go to Henry out wide. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Jacob Hollister, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals are just an extra point away from tying this game. Point after by Lambeau, up and good.
And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They go play action. Winston. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown. Cooper Kupp with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Seahawks on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
Tannehill's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. They'll run on first down. Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll try the right side with Henry. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That second down play nets a -4. It'll be a nickel look here for the Seahawks on third down. Now it's Tannehill.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Justin Simmons.
And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 10.
Winston. Going up top for Kupp. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Cooper Kupp with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now 21-7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Carl Joseph. Really nice pick there for the reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week. And a good story on that. He said he didn't even know he won the award. His buddy had to call him. He saw him on television and said, hey, congratulations. How about that?
And I'll bet you his buddy said, well, since you didn't know, I'll just go ahead and claim the award, right? And everything that goes along with it. But the reason he won the award the previous week and what we just saw there, instincts, understanding where the play is going and being able to make a play on the football.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Play action now. Winston. On the check down, he finds Kamara. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make it 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. That's Daron Payne with a sack that time. On fourth down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. So out of bounds on the punt, and the spot will be, the side judge says, right at the 35-yard line here. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Flushed out right. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 21 yards there on third down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
On the ground, this is Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. From the 24, Winston. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Jameis Winston with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Seahawks continue to pull away here in this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And the route is on here in this first half. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. That's caught by Hollister. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Meanwhile, Tannehill's throw here pulled in by Hilton. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bless on Austin. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they have a mountainous deficit looming in front of them. It was really, Charles, a disaster of a first half. So where do they go from here?
Well, first thing they have to remember is that what's done is done, and there's no going back. And now you have to play this drive by drive. Obviously, come back in this spot. Pretty unlikely, but you just have to go out, take pride in your work, and try and put something together here in the second half.
On first down. It's Henry, and he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards, 2nd down.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
From just shy of midfield, Tannehill. But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Seahawks will take over possession here up at the 44. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin on the ground with Kamara. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Tough day. Tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, it's Kamara. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game. And under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Odafe Owe. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. 2nd and 16. Henry running right. And And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
Here you go, right here. Lady! Come on, let's hey. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They run it again with Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll run on 1st down. Henry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A Cardinal first down on a gain of 13. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. One quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second down, they go again with Henry. He gets away from 1. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 59 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Tannehill now to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Go Good call there on first down. And, Brandon, I'm getting better over the years and not screaming out, screen, screen, screen with my defensive training. They want to keep those pass rushers honest, and they did so there, and they wind up picking up positive yardage.
And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal. They'll give Henry another shot. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time for Tannehill on fourth down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, and he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Give them 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 15, first down Seahawks.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a second down now as they look to salt this one away. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a third and about 5. On the counter, here's Kamara. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1. The Seahawks send out their punter. He's been terrific so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Max 22, Max 22. Watch the screen. Go, go.
And they will take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that, the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Seahawks, they do finish things out with a victory here in